All right, let's take a look at the prompt. It says, if given the following information, what is the vertex form of the following equation? So they're looking for us to actually write out vertex form. And if you remember vertex form, it's going to be y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. And if you think about this class, all we need to know is the vertical stretch and the vertex. So let's go ahead and write our factored form because they're giving us the x-intercept. So the first thing we need to do is find the factored form. Let's go ahead and do that. So we know that, let's go ahead and write y equals. We know that our x-intercepts are at 4 and 12. That means we know our two factors are going to be x minus 4 and x minus 12. This is not hard to figure out, class. We know this because if x is 12, this one will be equal to 0. That's going to be an x-intercept. It'll make our y value equal to 0. And if 4 is our x value, 4 minus 4 is 0, and the same thing occurs. The whole equation changes to 0. The next thing is the vertical stretch. That's our a value. So we have our two binomials, our two factors, and now we're going to go ahead and put our a value of 3. But the question is this negative 3 or positive 3? The question says the vertex is a maximum. That means our parabola has to be opening down because this makes a vertex that is a maximum. And therefore, this has to be negative 3. Our vertical stretch is negative 3. So now we've actually built our factored form. And from here, we should be able to find the vertex, and then we can write vertex form. So let's go ahead and make a section here for vertex. Okay, for vertex, we know that the x value of the vertex is going to be, so let's put on here vertex x value. And that's going to be our h value when we get our vertex form. So the x value is found by finding the midpoint. The midpoint between the x-intercepts. So 4 plus 12, we add our x-intercepts together, and we divide by 2. And we've got 16 over 2, which is equal to 8. So there's the first part of our vertex. Is going to be at 8 as our x value of our vertex. So I'll just build over here. Here's our vertex. Let's put that in orange. Our vertex is going to be at 8. And now remember, class, we have to plug that 8 into our equation to figure out what our y value is. So I'll change color here. Let's say y is equal to negative 3 times 8 minus 4 times 8 minus 12. And this is not too hard to figure out. We've got negative 3. Almost messed that up. Negative 3. 8 minus 4 is 4. And 8 minus 12 is negative 4. And you put those three numbers in your calculator, class, and you're going to get 4 times 3 is 12, times 4 is 48, and that's going to be a negative times a positive times a negative, and the negative times a negative is a positive. That'd be positive 12 times 4 is positive 48. So now we know what our vertex is, 8, 48. And now, class, once you figure that out, you got your vertex form. Think about this. You know h, you know k, and the a value of this equation is exactly the same as the a value of any quadratic, whether it's standard form, intercept form, or factored form. So our a value equals negative 3. And here comes our vertex form. Y equals negative 3 times x. Our h value is 8. That means we are subtracting 8 squared. Oops. Let's make that a little clearer. Plus 48. And there is our vertex formed if the x-intercepts are at 4 and 12 and the vertical stretch is 3, and we know the parabola opens down because the vertex is at a maximum. So there we go. Let's go ahead and stop the video and we'll do another video for number 19.